Good morning and welcome to a new episode of The Stargazer. Now you might be wondering why I'm not at The Stargazer. Well, that's because I'm on my way to pick up my new car. Let's go. Bye bye gas station. Hope I never see you again ever in my life. Yesterday I bought a brand new electric car. And today I'm taking it off-road up to the mountains. Wish me luck. And we arrived. Not so bad. Obviously it got dusty, but that's to be expected. But the way it handles the terrain is absolutely fantastic, and that's because all the bottom is basically just batteries and batteries, so it's very bottom heavy, so it's very stable when it's going off-road. Very happy, but very nervous driving off-road. Before we go into the house, let's have a quick look at the raised garden bed that I put about a month ago. I had some tiny seedlings. Most of them were like this size, and they are now growing quite nicely and developing their first flowers. Now, I'm about to do something that seems a bit counterintuitive. I'm gonna murder this one. Now, what I'm doing is I'm cutting the top off and the first blossoms, and the reason for doing that is to stimulate more growth. More leaves, more bushiness means more solar panels, which means it's going to grow more and healthier, hopefully. Now, yesterday I did a soil test with a home kit thing, so it's not exactly 100% accurate, I guess. But what I discovered was that the compost is not very rich in nitrogen, which is very important, but it was really high in both phosphorus and potassium. And that is good for green growth. But I need nitrogen as well. And you know how we fix nitrogen? A few weeks ago, the figs started to mature nicely as well. Look at that plump, delicious softness, which is amazing. I pick easily a kilo or two every day that I'm here, which is basically every day or every other day. And as you can see, there's just tons of it just hanging. And it's just, they're maturing too fast. I don't have enough time to pick them. You see, there you go. Anyway, so this one is looking nice. The lemon tree, not so much. I have some lemons, but they're well, actually fell down. They're looking a bit meager, and I think that has to do with my irregular watering during the summer. So I'm hoping that the next crop is going to be nicer. But anyway, enough of the garden. Let's go into the house. So now I'm down to the finishing touches of the walls, and it's a bad combination of being difficult and me being incredibly anal and perfectionist about it. I walk around with a light like this, and I shine it sideways to see where there are bumps and scratches, and I sand it down. I am a pain in the ass, and I give myself pain in the arms. But this is what it looks like at this point. There are some rather uneven places, like up there where I had to plaster about 2-3 centimeters to make it even, and that had to do with the irregularities of the wall. But this is what we're looking at. So today I'm doing the final sanding, and on Thursday I have delivery for the tiles. Not quite there yet, but they're also delivering the plaster boards for this section and the narrow section here. I don't want to plaster any large surfaces because I really like working with plaster boards. It gives a nice, smooth, quick finish once you've learned how to do it. And so that's what I'm waiting for. Mounting that is going to be a lot faster because now I've actually been practicing for a couple of weeks how to glue them on the wall and how to do the joints and the cracks and all the stuff that appears when you're learning how to do it. The car's outside charging, as you can see. It's running off of the panels. Let me see, here we go. So it's pulling 2,200 watts. Batteries are at 96 because it's actually cloudy. So the batteries are draining a bit while the car is still pulling a lot of electricity straight from the panels. The panels are generating about 2,000 watts right now. So whatever the solar panels are lacking as far as sunshine, the batteries make up for and send it out and send it out to the car. All right, enough talking. Let's get back to work. So these are the wires for the ceiling. This is over the living area. This is for the ceiling fan, and over there, further away out of the frame, is for the kitchen. Right above the plaster here are beams. So I can't really chase and make long excessive holes. So the electrician had to just go through the plaster and kind of like go with flat wires against the bricks and the beams, and then I cover it. Good afternoon and welcome to another day at the Stargazer. Today I finally got the delivery of my tiles. They look like this. So it's a parquet style type of tile. I also got the delivery of the plaster boards. So time to put these up here and there as well. And then I get started with the floor. Later than expected, but I'm not surprised. Okay, this is done. I actually didn't go all the way up because I'm not gonna put plasterboards here because it's just gonna be too thick and it's gonna interfere with the clean lines of the railing up there. So I did this instead because it's like a really thick layer of cement that's not going anywhere. I chopped out a bit of the cement and made it symmetrical so that the plasterboard just sits flat. And listen to this, no hollow sound. It's beautiful. This is nice and solid. This one is also done. And now, time for this one. Let's go. Yes! Dude, that was really close. These here are tiles. And this is heavy. I had no idea, and yeah, as you saw, it almost toppled over, but it's down. So this is the outside, the equivalent of the inside. Let me show you real quick again. So there's a shelf on top there instead of the window that was there before. And so if that is the shelf inside, then this is the shelf outside. I'm gonna clean it up now, cover it with some cement. Oh goodness, my back. I threw out my back this morning while I was waving to my daughter. Not joking. Leaned to the side, did this, threw out my back. I love getting old. A quick change of plans. So I'm supposed to be finishing the plasterboards inside, which I'm done with. I just need to sand them down a little bit. But it's going to rain tomorrow and I need to sort this out. I have a tendency to leave everything until the last minute. This is not an exception, rather the rule. So yesterday I came to sort this out and I was trying to close it up with cement, but it required too much material. It's too thick, and the cement didn't want to adhere to it in a proper way. So I'm gonna fix that now. So this is what I ended up doing. I actually used a regular type of plasterboard, glued it onto the smashed side that looked just like this. So I glued that first, and then I used an external plaster to cover it up. It's just the first coat, but it's pretty clean. Instead of messing around with layers upon layers of cement. All right, moving on. And right on schedule, the rain arrived at 8 p.m.